Ko tia hau, hara mai, welcome to today's session of Homemade Let's Cook. And today we're making one of my favourite recipes. Unfortunately, it's one of those favourite recipes to eat as well, and it's a little bit moreish and difficult to stop eating. But never mind, makes it popular, doesn't it? We are making marbled chocolate cheesecake slice. I've actually already got my butter melted on the stove top there, and that's the first thing that we're going to do. But let's just have a quick run through of the other things we're going to need. So we've got 185 grams of that butter that's melted on the stove. We need cream cheese, obviously. We've got 3 eggs in total, cup of sugar, 1 cup of sugar in here, a cup of plain flour, 1/3 of a cup of cocoa, and in here we've got the cream cheese, which is a full packet here. Again, we don't use that spreadable, just the regular cream cheese. And into that we've got 1/3 of a cup of caster sugar and 1 egg, and we're going to do that last because that is our cream cheese mixture. Right, so I'm going to bring across the melted butter, and let's see what we're going to pop into that. It's not too bad underneath. We would never put a hot pan onto our bench top, of course. First thing that's going to go in is our 1/3 of a cup of cocoa. I'm just using a wooden spoon here today, and we just give that a mix. You can see that it will just end up a rich chocolatey butter mix. Next ingredient I'm going to pop in there is the 1 cup of caster sugar. Give that a stir. Let's see what that looks like there. That's of course for our sweetness. Of course, our oven is already on. It's set to moderate. As we always say, you know your oven, so you pop it on what you determine there. Now we're going to add into that 2 eggs. And give them a good stir. Break the egg yolk. And that'll become a little bit batter-like, as you'll see. The dog's just come rushing across as well because she likes any cooking too. She likes it particularly when I make pie cups. She knows what they are. And then into that is the 1 cup of plain flour. And this is going to be our base. So give that a good stir. Careful if your pot is a little bit small for all the ingredients you've got in here. And that will start to combine. As I say, it's a bit of a batter-like consistency. It's a little bit like a cake, somewhere between a cake and a batter. We'll just set that aside for a moment while we get the cream cheese mixture sorted. So into there we've got the 250 gram packet of cream cheese, 1/3 of a cup of sugar and 1 egg. And we've got the beaters out today, so just give them all a mix together. So that is now well combined. Let's take a closer look at what's going to happen with the pan. So bring across our sliced tray or whatever you've got, and into that first goes our chocolate mixture. You can see that lovely consistency that it has, but remember it's only plain flour, so this is a slice, so it's not going to rise. See that, and just smooth that into the edges. Doesn't have to be completely flat. Just move your tin around if you need to. Sometimes that's easier. There we go. Now the next thing you're going to need is a knife. And I don't like to put all of this mixture on in one great big go. I like to put a little bit on, work it in, and then add more. So pop a little bit on, I'll show you what I mean. So this is the marbling effect that we want to create. So just take your knife, dig it into the cheese, and then slowly move that into the chocolate. You don't have to be too careful with it, but you want to create some nice swirling shapes. And so what you can do is just dig down and lift up some of the chocolate if you want to as well. Now you don't have to use all the cream cheese mixture that we've got. But of course, you most certainly can. Just continue to marble it around. See, some of these pieces are going to have quite a lot of cheesecake mixture on them, and some of them not quite as much. Of course, we will be cutting these into slices. All right, we're going to leave that there, and that is going to go into the oven for about 20 to 25 minutes. Keep an eye on it. It will rise slightly and the top will start to brown. And if it's nice and reasonably firm to the touch, you're going to know that it's ready. So here we are, straight out of the oven. You'll see it's golden on top and slightly firm to the touch. I'm going to let it cool in the pan for a little bit longer, just for a couple of minutes, and then I'm going to lift it out using the paper that we've got here and popping it straight on a cooling rack. And then when it's cool, we're going to cut it up and come back and have a look. And there we have it, marble chocolate cheesecake slice. Enjoy. Thanks for joining us. Ka kite.